Listen, get your tickets right now. $1 million worth of game times. Gilly Fest, my birthday party. We celebrating. I told y'all we was introducing somebody every day. So far we introduced G Herbo. We introduced Babyface Ray.
Finesse 2 times.
Finesse 2 times.
That's hilarious. Desi Banks and Benzo.
And Rob 49.
It's going down, but let me listen, he was gonna be 50 years old, man.
Fuck it.
How you gonna come out and celebrate that shit? You gonna be half 100. It's cool. Listen, you better get your tickets. And we still gonna keep announcing.
Yes, we are.
Hit the link, get your tickets right now. It's going down.
That's right.
$1 million worth of game. Listen, you ready to check out another episode? What you need to do, buy some merch. You definitely need to subscribe and share to all $1 million worth of game. We got a bunch of different shows coming out. It's going down, but this Gilly Fest for his birthday, a half 100. We celebrating July 29th in Philadelphia. It's going down. Listen, we're going to be announcing some more people, but get your tickets. If you're not there, you're going to be upset.
And guess what? It's only $75.
All these acts, $75?
$75.
It's going down, man.
This is some shit you don't want to miss.
Get your
and most importantly, Gilly and Wallow gonna be there. $1 million worth of game gonna be there, turning the stage up, and it's just like that, right?
You're now tuned into $1 million worth of game, but we got $1 billion worth of game today. We got Nick Cannon up here.
Yes,
he gonna sprinkle some game, talking about life, talking about family, talking about all type of shit he got going on.
Yeah. Talking about the new condom brand he got coming out.
Yeah,
feels just like nothing.
Clearly, the motherfuckers don't work.
Called Raw.
Right,
Raw condoms.
It's just a ring.
Called Raw condoms. You know what's crazy? What I find crazy is that, first of all, salute to you, brother. They try to put you out the game,
beloved,
and you bounce back like Spalding in the playoffs.
Yes,
they try to put me out a few times.
Yeah,
yes.
And like, how do it feel? Like, because a lot of times, we talk about ownership, we talk about licensing deal, we talk about a lot of shit, and I don't think a lot of people don't understand what ownership, licensing deals, authorship mean. Because a lot of people, like a lot of us, we come from the ghetto. Yep. We just want to be in a game. We don't care how we in there.
Yeah, they'll sign anything. They'll give up their intellectual properties just based off it because they want the opportunity. That's what we've always done. We just wanted to be able to show people what we can do, and we'll figure out the business later. But now the mindset of this generation and the young people is like, nah, let's get the business tight, and then we're gonna bring our talent with it. So I mean, I was probably one of the young forefathers of that game early on before it was so accessible. Now everybody knows how to do it, but I had to, learn it from my heels, you know what I mean? Like based off of, I just started paying for stuff when I got a little money early on. And then my lawyers explained to me like, oh, well, you own that. You shot that. Like, so things like Wildin' Out and like now that's my motto now. Like I don't wait for the networks to shoot anything. I shoot it myself.
Absolutely.
And then I license it. And so therefore I always retain, ownership of the intellectual property, which, you always hear content is king and you guys know that. But when you own it and it's of value, when you got an audience and they want it,
it's really king.
That's when it's time to cake up.
This episode of $1 million worth of game is brought to you by New Amsterdam Vodka. Now, life ain't going your way. Shout out to New Amsterdam Vodka. You caught your wife cheating today. Shout out to New Amsterdam Vodka. You thought that check was coming and it didn't come your way. Shout out to New Amsterdam Vodka. It's distilled 5 times. It's filtered 3 times for a clean, crisp finish. Now you can drink it straight up. You can drink it on the rocks, or you can make a classic New Amsterdam Mule. That's up to you. But when you're out and about at your local liquor store, get you some New Amsterdam vodka. You know why? Because it's the shit. And why would you drink any other vodka other than New Amsterdam? New Amsterdam vodka is the official vodka of Barstool Sports. Go get it. Right? This episode of $1 million worth of game is brought to you by Body Armor. Let me tell you something. Barstool hydrates with Body Armor. Rides with Team Body Armor. Body Armor is the official hydration partner of Barstool Sports. When you up at the office, you see it everywhere. You see it in refrigerators. You see it stocked everywhere. So soon as the refrigerator's empty, which is very quick. I'm talking about people drink this like 95 South. You feel what I'm saying? It's flying out the refrigerator. But it's stocked everywhere. So as soon as the refrigerator empty, we can fill the refrigerator up. And it's the best hydration, real hydration. With electrolytes, potassium, vitamins, no artificial stuff, no fake ingredients, etc. sports drink, and sports water. It's all over the office. Anytime you visit Barstool, you understand that Barstool and Body Armor partnership is about to be humongous. I'm talking about it for the next few years. It's taking over. Body Armor, the official hydration partner of Barstool Sports. Top athletes drink it too, like Christian McCaffrey, Donovan Mitchell, Rana Ascuna, Alex Morgan. So tap in. The favorite flavor out right now, strawberry lemonade. I'm just saying. You need to taste that. Fruit punch is pretty good as well. So stay tuned. Get you some Body Armor. It's now on Amazon. Get you some. Right. This episode of Me and Oz River Game is brought to you by Barstool Sportsbook. Now, if you follow me on any of my social platforms, you know that I am an admired user of Barstool Sportsbook. You see, sometimes you guys beg me for my parlays, for my picks for the day. You know, I'm going a little slower right now because I'm not really a heavy baseball gambler. But soon as football and basketball season starts up, you guys know Barstool Sportsbooks has the best parlays. You could even Big Cat gives you some tips. You know, me, I'm probably 70% on the year, so I ain't bragging. I'm just saying I'm pretty good. I'm not telling you to bet with me, but I'm not telling you not to. All I'm telling you is I win a lot. Barstool Sportsbook is the best way, the best sports book on the market. Why would you go anywhere else when you could go to Barstool Sportsbook? Right.
I just want to salute you, right, on some real shit. And kids got to pay attention to this. Our culture got to pay attention to this. Real in the black community is going to jail, doing some street shit, being everything that you're really not in order to be accepted. You ain't do none of that shit, and you still came through and you won. Yeah. And just, how was it you growing up in the industry and just embracing your individualism?
Yeah, it's interesting because, you know, we all come from the mud. So yes. I got the opportunity, like, it was a lot of my people around me that were doing all of that. Yeah. Like, you know, and it was very accessible for me. Yeah. You know, and I squared up as fast as the opportunity came. So, and all the homies from the hood was like, do that. Like that, like I had no problem at, you know, fresh out of high school after we was doing a lot of dumb, reckless stuff in the hood, when I was like, oh, I could take this entertainment thing seriously. And so when Nickelodeon came out, I was like, I want to be the corniest motherfucker I can, because it's keeping me alive. It's it's allowing me to put my mother in a better situation. So I had no problem. I was so comfortable in myself. I was never trying to be something that I wasn't, because I knew I could have been that. Like, it wasn't, you know, like from my stepdaddy being one of the biggest D-boys in the city to my dad being, you know, from it and changing his life, you know, like once he got out, you know, he kind of changed his life, moved out the hood and start, you know, being a minister. So it was easy for me to do that. Like, my dream to literally square up and become corny, that was the thing that wasn't accessible. Right. You know what I mean? I could have been a knucklehead and gang banging and, you know, continuing to try to sell drugs and all that stuff like that. That was so accessible to us. Right. The thing that wasn't accessible was being on TV, was making music. And, you know, at the time, even my pops told me, it was like, yo, because, you know, I had the typical boys in the hood story where moms was like, you know, you start trying to be in the gang life, and you know, mid-90s where we from, like everything from Menace to Society to Boys in the Hood, that's what we looked up to. So my mom literally was like, Boys in the Hood, saw that and was like, yo, you got to go move to North Carolina with your pops. And that literally put me on the right path where, you know, Pops was doing this type of stuff in the early 90s, like setting up cameras. He was trying to do his little televangelist thing. And he told me, he was like, look, every kid in the projects want to be a rapper. We know you could do that. We know you could talk all that talk. He's like, but you funny, man. Like, do something different. You do impressions. He's like, I want you to do that for me on my show. And when I go speak and all his evangelical work, I would go up and do that. And that really just shifted me to say, think outside the box. Where everybody else want to be a rapper, you could be funny, you could be a comedian. So I was like the youngest comedian in the early 90s on stage with everybody, you know, everybody from, you know, I opened up from, you know, I'd be at the Improv with Chappelle and Chris Rock and, you know, and they would be looking out for me because I was just like a young cat.
Now,
See, when you come from the ghetto, it's easy to make the dumb decision.
Yeah.
Because you see so many niggas doing it.
Yeah.
Man,
facts.
fuck that. I need to hustle. I need to do this, man. All them niggas said this. I'm going through there and do this.
It was right there for me though.
Right.
Like literally at 8 years old, I would watch my step pops bag up, fiends coming. Like I was there.
Yeah.
Like I was the little kid that had the Turkish ropes and the gazelle sitting
that shit.
shotgun and the Cadillac on Dayton's. Like that was the life for me. Everything that came out was fresh, was new. My step pops, he had it on Smash. So that's what I thought that was my journey. That was my destiny. I was like, yo, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna continue to get out of high school, open up a barbershop, have a little, get some work. Let that be the front. You know what I mean? Like I was cutting niggas' hair in school, $5 a pop. Also,
Oh, you was a barber?
Yeah. So it was that.
How many
so
niggas you fucked up, Nick?
Everybody. So
he fucked up everybody cut.
So the
He
way I
fucked a lot of
learned,
niggas' heads up.
Yeah, the way I learned, my grandmother was a foster mom.
You was working on the false.
So I learned how to cutting all the foster kids' hair,
Fucking
and then
their lives
everybody
up.
started coming to the like $5 a cut. I got nice with the fade and all of that.
Fucked a lot of
And
kids
then-
up.
Motherfucker knew when Nick
But
cut
you
you.
can
Nick
sell
cut you.
you can sell a little nickel bag. Give them a cut. They fresh with $10. They all Like, so we did that for a minute, and then that was the trajectory, that or the military. You know what I mean? Because this music shit and this rap, that was just a dream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We all did it, but luckily, like I said, with the right opportunities and that stuff came along, man. I was opening up for literally I was at the Comedy Store in Hollywood. I was driving 2 hours to get there, and it's Jamie Foxx, Chris Tucker, Eddie Griffin, and they all looked out for me. It was like, who is this little nigga?
Yeah.
And I would just get up there and wreck stages at like 15, 16 years old. And I was like, this is what I'm going to do with my life. I literally I rock a stage and have to drive all the way back to Dago
Go to school.
to go to school.
You and they were
Yeah.
grown ass men.
And nobody believed me. Like, nigga, you wasn't up there with no Jamie Foxx. You wasn't up there with Chris Tucker. It was like, nigga, I was. It was back to regular life until I made that decision. Like, a couple of the homies got killed. And it got really dangerous for us in our city. And I told my mom, like, I was like, yo, if I stay here any longer, I ain't gonna make it. And she was like, well, if you finish high school first, you can go do your thing. And I finished high school early, got out, and the rest is history.
Before we go any further, I just want to send a big apology out there to all the foster kids who Nick fucked you.
Fucked their head all the way up to the third power.
Gave you that signature because they knew Nick did it.
bowl
Your shit was
cut.
taken back over here. They like, oh, you got what the Nick.
I was experimenting like a mug on it, but it was love though, because it was out of love.
You know what?
They had nobody else to go
He
to.
fucked their tops up.
I was fucking their heads
But I'm
up.
gonna say this though, in the streets, we a shooter brother, but on $1 Million Worth of Game, we salute a brother. When I was in jail and I was watching Wildin' Out, right? The first hit when I was
He
in
was
prison.
wilding out.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm watching Wildin' Out, right?
Yeah.
The first thing that came to my mind, I said, yo, man. I told one of my homies, I said, yo, man, that boy on some Keenan shit, man. First thing I thought was The Living Colors.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just that. I love the fact that even though you was on another level, your arm was so strong and long, you always would pull people out of the hood, and you changed a lot of people fucking lives.
Yeah.
Shout out to DC, Young
DC
Fly, right?
Young
Because
Fly.
because I seen him do some honorable shit during the process. Time you was going through your shit. Shout out to all my brothers at 85 South. Them all brothers, they're real good brothers.
Facts.
But I seen you put so many people on and change their life and created. They was able to create platforms. They was able to go to tour. They was able to get money. They was able to change their family situation. You got a bro right here from the
DW Flame.
Listen, the Flame could be Flame could be in San Quentin right now, like in real time.
Flame looked like he just came home from
Listen,
St.
yeah,
Quentin.
you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying he wouldn't have the opportunity and the platform to be able to do what he do if it wasn't for brothers like you that see, because you always went to the hood to get the talent.
Yeah, facts.
You found motherfuckers that was gems, and like even with him, it's homies that's going to be in penitentiary that's talking about him. It's homies that's on the set right now that might not make it today. That's like he gonna be.
And he next too,
Yeah,
man.
he's
Like,
next.
Flame, I mean, he done been on tour all over. He's on a new show I created for BET and VH1 called Future Superstar. We took him all over. He on Wildin' Out. Like, he was already serious and certified in the streets out in Long Beach, like one of the hottest out of Long Beach since Snoop Dogg. But really, just when I met him, like just what you said, just a genuine brother who's trying to help his community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, I gotta support that. And the same thing with like DC and Solid recognized Solid.
Yes.
At the end of the day, like it's a spirit that talks to another spirit. Like this is a real individual, and always gonna have your back, and you always gonna have their back, and you can grow together. Even if you just met, like you know when you meet a real one, or even if it's somebody that's just been on your team for a long time. So I look at a man's character before I look at their talent, and because we can shape and elevate your talent. Character is something that you just stuck with. Either you got it or you don't got it. I say, everybody want to be solid, but ain't nobody. It's hard. You know what I mean? Like just everybody want to pretend like they solid.
Right.
But to actually when the rubber hit the road, it ain't really as easy.
Right.
If it ain't in you,
We see that right now with all these cases that's going down.
Facts.
This is real. But
if ain't no bitch in you, won't no bitch come out.
Hey, now that's a motherfucking $1 million. That's $1 million worth of game. And I'm telling you right here, I'm stealing that one. Ain't no bitch in you, won't no bitch come out.
That's real though, man.
Know you see me on the ground with these eyes.
That's real. That's real. And but the thing about Flame that's so important is that, like, there's so many motherfuckers out there that's from California is a serious place. A lot of people think it's a tourist attraction. That shit is not sweet.
Yeah.
And I know so many people that see him from over there like, damn, look at him, man. And that know what he was doing before this shit.
Yeah.
So it's like that's just a blessing and it's an inspiration for people to know it ain't never too late to switch your game up. And lift your name up, and now look at him. He got opportunities, and he'll be able to put somebody on as time comes.
And that's really what I'm building with Flame. It's like in the same way I've seen people do it. Because niggas say whatever they want to say about my music. That shit is funny to me. But like, I'm trying to empower people to be CEOs. Like, I'm trying to say, yo, you a dope rapper, but let's put your crew on. You got the Cinco Boys. Like, you the CEO of that movement. Like, and some of the greatest have done it. Like, we watch 50 Cent come in the game. We watch Jay-Z come in the game and do it. We watch, even Wayne. We watch people come in and set up. And when you can follow those models, because someone like Flame is already certified and respected in his community. Like you said, California want to play with, but he get along with it. It's rare. You go to, niggas so, fucking massive. Like it's kind of hard to
nigga do look like he had Choker Cal and kill him.
Nigga was lifting weights on every yard for no reason. I'm going back to the yard.
Damn, it's a young boy still young.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But he get that respect. So I was like, man, that level of power. I think I've said this before. It's like, fuck the talent. When you can motivate people, that's what Malcolm X was on. You know what I mean? What y'all are doing right here, like you literally, like they scared of y'all because of the level of power that you have. Because you can say one thing and niggas move. Like it's like in Malcolm X is like, no one black man should have all that power.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
Like so, when you certified like that, and people not only move on your vibration based off of your music, but also when you're a leader, like that's all.
And you got your business right.
Yeah, and when you can pass that on, that's where it's like once we get that together, when we can realize that all of these captains and all of these, OGs and even these young Gs, when you control your hood and they pay attention to you, that's leadership. That's like people are born leaders. You know what I mean? That's that Pac energy.
Absolutely.
That's that type of stuff where you're like, yo, that person knows how to move people. And that's what I'll be telling fans. Like, yo, you got that type of energy where people listen to you, whether it's because of your size, whether it's because of your music. People are paying attention because what you've been through. You know, so you're a perfect example. People are like, damn, this nigga served 20 plus. Like, all right, he got something to say.
Yeah.
Like somebody like yourself that conquered the game on your way, you know what I mean? Like I was rhyming in it.
And I put him in his game. I had him under his first contract. I still own his publishing to 30 years old. I own his publishing to life at the death.
I used to put him in the tub, wash him the fuck up.
Did I take you?
All he do is shit in the tub.
Can I ask you this? Can I say this? Can I say this? Can I say this? Can I say this? Cuz
you had the logs in the water.
The long water logs.
Did I not take you to 3 shows back then? I got paid for them shows. You didn't. I had you on a promo tour.
Oh, you was the little nigga. That's what my daddy used to do with me. Go out there and rap, little nigga.
Picture, he being my little cousin. He getting the money.
I had you on a promo tour, cuz.
Hilarious.
Nicky here giving out all types of game because I never knew Malcolm X said that. I thought that was public enemy.
He's a fucking nut. That's why.
Nah, that's Malcolm X right there.
This nigga's a nut. But now, as we go into you building a legacy, like the whole thing with you is. You like Sean. You gonna go in there and shoot the motherfucking club up. You ain't playing no games.
I'm coming to get it off.
Listen, this nigga not playing. He ain't listen.
Nigga never seen the condom he liked. Nigga push it off the bed. What the fuck is that? Girl, I got tested last week. I ain't got nothing. Matter of fact, bring the doctor in here. Tell us her real quick.
I know this shit gonna go. That actually was a little bit of my game because having lupus, I got to get blood work. Yeah. Like sometimes it was like every week, but now now it's like every 3 weeks. Yeah. And they test everything. Right. So I got my paperwork on deck at all times.
Let's get
So I'm like, I'm clean. I know.
Let's get nasty.
Yeah.
He run around with the paperwork and the doctor test out.
Yeah, like at all times. I keep the doctor on call for whatever.
Take a blood work real quick.
Matter of fact, take her too. Before we get this popping, let's get her blood work together. And then therefore 12 kids later, here we are.
Damn, 12.
Damn, I didn't know you had 12. That nigga got a dozen.
A whole dozen.
I thought he was at like 8.
No,
he said 12 kids.
I got a whole case of eggs.
God damn.
Hey, bro, I got 5. I felt like I had a lot. Damn.
No, we over here.
You having any more?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm good right now. I feel like I'm done.
You get a condom contract right now. Unbelievable, John.
Only way he get having boys, his dick go out on him. His piece.
I think I'm done though. I think 12 is a solid number. It's the number of the constellations, the disciples, the months. I think I'm gonna stick.
You know we getting old, right? You know as you get older, like my grandmom and shit, you call the kids the wrong name. Ronnie, goddamn it, JJ.
I mean, with 2, I got 12. I got to remember. We got that powerful, beautiful. Hey, look, got shit now.
All that shit.
Yeah, but I got 5 beautiful girls and 7 boys. So
damn, that's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Girls, boys.
That's what I'm so scared.
That's how you know. That's how you know you a good guy in life. Because anytime a guy have a bunch of kids and it's all girls, you know he's a fucked up individual.
Yeah, he ain't shit. That's the player's curse. Right?
He got chick nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's some crazy shit.
Yo, shouts out to everybody who is a girl dad because that shit is not easy, man. Like,
yeah, but I'm saying you had 1 or 2. All right, that's cool. You got 6 girls, buddy.
Yeah, that shit is. Man.
You got chick nuts.
Man, I'm
6
already,
girls, no boys.
That's what I'll go. I sit down. I'll go sit down and do 25 for my daughters. I would at this point just because I always say like. I'll be saying that to her, I was like, man, I hope all my daughters are lesbians. Just because.
Damn.
I say, listen, why though? Like, I say that. No, I love who you want to love. But I'm just talking about just pure disputes. Like, if there's a woman-on-woman dispute, if my daughter got beef with her girlfriend, like, you better knuckle up.
Yeah, that's cool.
If a man puts his hands on my daughter, I got to go sit down.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I got 5 chances. Like I don't ever. I tell my boys like, yo, if your sister ever says somebody harassed her, touched her, you handle that. Because if it get to me, daddy going to sit down. Like I done a lot of amazing things in my life. Look, it's time. Take all this shit off. Because I want to do whatever you did to my daughter. I want to do to you times 10. Damn. And that's just how we feel about our daughters.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, and I got 5 of them. And like, nigga, I'm an ain't shit ass nigga, but I'll never put my hands on somebody. So hopefully I'm giving and protecting my daughters and giving them as much game as I can to prepare them for the world. But you can't never prepare them for some knucklehead little nigga that just want to get rah-rah and put their hands on them.
But I think an ain't shit ass nigga is a nigga who just wants a vagina and he don't want to bring nothing to the table. You bring a lot to the table.
I mean, I appreciate it.
And there's a lot of girls out here that's fucking with ain't shit ass niggas. All they getting is DMP, dick and problems.
Right.
Yeah, they ain't getting nothing else. Nigga lay them down, spray them down, but they don't stay around.
Nah,
nigga ejaculating, evacuate. Yeah.
I tell them, like they say, what you bringing to the table? I say, bitch, another table?
Damn. That's real.
Pull up a chair, we all gonna eat.
That's real.
What you
Another
bringing to the
Multiple
table?
tables in this
What you
motherfucker.
bringing to the table? Bitch, I want the whole cookout.
All these tables, they're my tables.
Like how old was you when that bank account got real serious and you was like, I'm that nigga?
I still don't feel that way. I make a lot of money, but it's just like when you're running a business, I can't. Like we just talk about this. It takes money to make money.
Yes, it do.
And especially as I'm putting on, like I'm afraid of the MC Hammer energy.
Yeah, that 30 million.
He was on, and even like, cause 30 million today ain't really.
That ain't no money.
Back 30 million back then was like 300 million.
Yeah.
What?
You know what I mean? And he was just trying to put on for his community, put on an amazing show, and then looked up and it was gone. So no matter how much I generate, like even you talk about like, hundreds of millions of stuff, I want to be able to sit on that and never have to work again if all of these cameras cut off, if another pandemic come, if another cancellation come. Right now, we generating crazy bread. So but I don't feel like I've made it. Like even regardless if it's the movies, the TV shows, I'm still, like Andre 3000 said, you only funky as your last cut. Focus on the past, your ass be a has what? Like, it's just like we trying to get to that next bag. So as I'm creating all of these TV shows, as I'm building all of these platforms, I'm thinking, what's that sustainable income that my kids is gonna eat up, that generational wealth. And that's what it's a few of us that have figured it out. But other, like, as much as we want to say we a boss, you're not really a boss until you don't have to work no more. So
Motherfucker told me you ain't got no money if you know how much money you got.
ooh, I like that one.
I was like, damn, you're right. I know exactly how much money is in the bank. I'm fucked up.
Yeah. And that's about it's about what you're generating, because you know we can have $100 million a year, and then we have a $50 million a year, and then we can have
30.
another. Yeah, like it all depends.
But they still some good years, though.
No,
Don't
they
say
are.
that like
it's
that.
a lot of money moving around, and like your point, I'm trying to get it to everybody. You know what I mean? And I'm comfortable. You know what I mean? If I wanted to stop and go on an island and take care of me and my kids,
buy
I could.
it?
Yeah, but I just don't. I feel like there's so much more to get, and I feel like I'm just getting to it. So when people ask me, like, how you know when you made it? How much money? What was that? I don't. It ain't happened yet. Especially because when you see these young boys out here, like, I'm inspired. Niggas getting $10 million publishing and
All that
$50
type of
million.
shit,
I'm like,
yeah,
oh, it's
crazy
like that.
publishing, crazy.
Like, oh, okay, these is getting real bags. Like, let me get back in the game and figure it out and sign this artist and produce this track, and you know what I mean. Like, especially when you have the ability to do multiple things.
Resources.
I don't feel like I've hit that mark yet, because I did come up with cats like Kanye. I did come up looking up to Jay and Puff and watching they money moves. So I'm like, all right, well, until I could sit back like that, and because I think one thing I probably could have taken advantage, I will say, but of the business aspect of with the music industry and even the film and television industry, but I want to give people opportunities. So I never sign people I never signed them in general. I would just help them out. Yeah. So I don't get nothing. I just want to see cats win. So if I had that more CEO mentality, shouts out to Frisco Chuck right there, who runs the music department. He's like, man, you got to start signing these people.
Which one?
So right,
Chuck right there in the middle.
Like the Incredible Gang Capo right there. The Suge Knight of Incredible Gang.
Yeah, he be on his shit.
I do just talk about my man, No Smile.
Oh yeah, no, that's
that nigga don't give a fuck what he like.
Streets over there. He don't chuckle at all.
My nigga not playing.
He wanted to smile earlier, nigga did like that.
Well, see, matter of fact, that's what we should put. Gilly and Waller gonna be on Wild 'N Out. We were trying to figure out what games we should play. Well, they all play a game called On the Gang, where the goal is to make tough niggas laugh.
You can't.
That nigga not lie.
I seen it early. He said.
Yo, so yeah, he do be laughing the most though. But we gonna play all the gang. We got the whole gang in here. But nah, I say all of that to say though, and just some real shit. When you surround yourself with cats, especially talented people, I feel like you want to allow them. You set them up to win. So I don't want nobody's publishing. I don't want. Only thing I really want back is the money I invested. See, Chuck talking about he do. Like
Chuck with everybody. Give me that.
I don't want that.
Sign that paperwork. Give me your life.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Chuck want a nigga life.
I don't want to do Gilly like you did him, man.
Yeah, I worked him out.
Still got the publishing, man.
Still got the fucking publishing.
They go get me backwoods and motherfucking sodas and orange
still got
juices,
your publishing.
But that's why we started Future Superstars, so we can not only we can show everybody how the industry works, but we can give young people from hood. We went from hood to hood, giving out thousands of dollars to young up and coming artists.
Y'all, shout out for y'all coming to Philly. Y'all came to Philly, show Philly some love.
Yeah,
that was major. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And y'all got, man, everybody knows Philly got talent. Yeah. We just pulled up the Ishkabibbles.
Yeah. Ishkabibbles. Nigga walk over, Nick over there. I'm like, Nick who? Nigga like, Nick Cannon. I'm like, what? The fuck is he doing next door? Just chilling. Yeah, give me a chicken cheese steak with the works.
That's what I'm talking about.
But that's a beauty, like when you can go to any hood and get love.
But bring love and resources.
Yeah.
That's major. Yeah, to be able to do that for people, because people, like you said, there's so many talented people. I don't care if you go to Compton, you go to Harlem, you go to Oakland, you go Miami. It's people, but they don't have the resources, and people just don't know. No matter how much we think, because now we got the phone, all this information out there, people still don't get it.
Yeah,
they still just don't know until you see it and feel it. So for y'all to come into the community, that's major.
Yeah, that's why y'all here, man. Y'all have such fixtures. I even got to ask y'all a question. I mean, one, building this empire that y'all built, but the level, like y'all, I don't know if you know it or not, but y'all are changing lives. Like people, it's kids that ain't even really thinking about being D-boys or rappers no more. They're listening to you telling them it ain't about the
That
life,
shit
but
ain't
then
no.
they're watching y'all win daily and like, I want to do that. I want to be able to speak positively into my hood. And I'm feeling it. Like even as I talk to the young people, we go to schools and talk all the time. I'm feeling people say, I want to be like Gillie and Wallow. Like, did y'all ever think that? Especially you, man. I mean, sitting down. Like, was this the plan to be able to build something like this?
I mean, my plan was I just always work. You know what I mean? I just always.
But did you step back and be like, look what we built? Like, we inspiring young people.
I really don't look at it like that because I look at the way my bank account is right now was been supposed to be like that. So I look like I'm behind the 8 ball.
I feel the same
I
way.
feel like, okay, y'all finally let me in the door.
Right.
Watch me run these niggas down.
Yeah, nah, that's exactly how I feel. So when
Like,
we talk
okay.
about like, oh, you guys, like, nah, I'm gonna keep cooking while the pot is hot. They let
Right.
me in. I feel like they gonna kick me out again.
Absolutely.
And I know, you know, like people see us, they see us all the time. First of all, when I was in jail, 2012, Gillie been talking about $1 million games since then.
Wow.
It was just him on Instagram saying, I'm
Let
gonna
me
give you
give
$1
you $1
million
worth of game.
Bang.
All the young niggas out there don't
So-
chase bitches, chase money, because when you got money, bitches chase you.
Right.
So it was like,
Cha-ching.
I was
like-
doing that shit back when it was only 15 seconds on Instagram.
Right.
Then it went up to a minute. And then one day I said, I'm gonna give y'all a chance to ask me any questions y'all want. I'm gonna give y'all some game on it. When I did that, that shit went retarded. That shit went stupid. I'm talking about out of this.
When you got something special,
So then
that God energy.
5 years later, Wallow come home.
Yeah.
He wasn't
I'm
even
like-
thinking about doing it.
And then I sent him it was early in the morning. Because I'm one of the, me and him got two different parts to play.
Yes.
That's what makes us good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do what he do. He ain't gonna do what I do. If I'm out of pocket, he gonna check me. If he out of pocket, I'm gonna check him. And there's no nuts. We ain't gotta worry about money.
Facts.
We got that. So
Y'all
we
family
we,
to
we
the
both
core.
own this shit 50-50.
Yeah.
Everything is business with us, but we know our lanes. So it's like I'm gonna be the one to do all the research, do all that shit. Cause listen, this is what it is. I called him one morning because Spotify gave out like $400 million to podcasts in the first
421 million.
in the first quarter of 2019.
So that's
I called
from
him
January
early in the
to
morning.
April. They gave out 200 million.
I said, get the
400 million.
400 million. I said, get up because read this. He read it. Later on that afternoon, I had the LLC, I had the trademark, I had the logo done, and I said, we running this shit. We came out April 17th, 2019. We went number two
in the
in
world.
comedy and number 4 in all categories in Apple in hours.
Wow.
I said, listen, we're going to go get these advertisers. I went and got the advertisers, all independent. 6 months later, we
You
had,
went and got the advertising.
yeah, this is the advertisers. And I think a lot of dudes on podcasts, oh, they got a car dealership, come on. Funeral home, come on. I went and dealt with that. Fuck the conventional joints. I had a funeral
I don't
home.
think y'all understand the power in that because the way the podcast system is built, it's these ad sales teams
All these,
that
yup.
empower. That's how everybody
CPMs
ever
and all
get
that
this.
shit.
Which when you got the
I said-
relationships with the
because I was like-
you your own sales team.
Because I was like, y'all going off of CPMs and the money y'all trying to give up, the way I'm going to put this deck is like, listen, Nick, we going to promote Wildin' Out on $1 million worth of game for a minute.
Yeah.
Under each caption on the posters, because we was one of the first dudes traveling podcasts, and we was one of the first that was putting clips up religiously, where we clipped the podcast up and put 15 clips in a week of that. And under each joint, I'm telling you on this deck, under each clip that we put up on his page and my page, we gonna put presented to you by Nick Cannon Wildin' Out. So they like bet.
Yeah.
So
because that's so many. That's this eyeballs. That's
so we
the
saying
retention.
it. Your logo coming up. So we was like that. So I'm like, we gonna go get that. I just kept coming to him because I got this band. I got 20,000 from the car dealership. I got this. Like we was killing them, like independently.
So when we went to Barstool, we was like, oh no, this is how much money we make on paper already.
They see it. They like, oh
So
shit.
they like, so what y'all gonna do?
Wow,
They
that's
said-
what you do.
they
You
said
get the
we-
lion's share when you had the lion at the table.
And like now, we was ever to be in a position where as though we own everything we the fuck do. We wasn't playing no games because we seen people in the space already, and we like, these people they don't own that. We did the research. Got to talk to some lawyers. No, they don't own this. They don't own this. We made sure we owned everything, the trademark. We owned everything. So it was like when it was time for the bidding war, it was last year. We had an unbelievable bidding war. Shout out to Spotify. Shout out to Amazon. But salute our partners, Barstool, because they wasn't playing. Things just went right for us.
And even the genius in choosing Barstool because they had such a different demographic, and you guys were the only ones, so y'all stuck out over there. So,
And one thing about them is sad. a lot of times with our companies, you're a visionary, but unlike you, a lot of times we don't invest in tomorrow. We be just sweating right now. Oh, you the shit right now. Oh, you ain't. These motherfuckers thinking about 5 years later. Oh no, y'all projection, y'all gonna be here, so we gonna cash y'all the fuck out.
Yep.
Like Dave Portnoy,
especially when they know what they bring. Dave and over there.
Dave said, "Wow, Gil, I got a blank check. What the fuck y'all want?" We talking about we got 30, 40 minutes, all these shit on the table. He said, "Fuck all that."
What y'all want?
What y'all want? Because
and to keep your ownership.
I know the value. Oh yeah, always license deal. I know y'all value, and we got an unbelievable partnership with advertisers all around the world because
Dave is a genius motherfucker. I said with him a couple times.
You already know.
We went and ate pizza a few times.
Yeah, for no reason. He genius. But let me tell something, and I'm gonna say this to the podcasters out there. Nothing, and he could tell you this. Don't nothing move out there. I don't give a fuck if you got content. This world revolve around ad sales.
Facts.
It revolve around marketing. If you go to a basketball game, it's gonna be logos, the name of the arena is a brand. The floor, brand, the seats, brand. If you Super Bowl, brand. College game, brand.
Yep.
This world is one big commercial.
One big commercial.
The money coming, they get money from ad revenue.
Right.
Companies gonna come. Oh, yeah, we got to put this in. Media spends.
I add something to this too, and this is the difference between black people and white people right now. You look at all the top white podcasts in the world. Joe Rogan do ads.
Call Her Daddy.
Call Her Daddy do ads.
We start making fun of niggas because you got ads. Oh, you got ads. Nigga, that's the money.
That's the money.
Pat McAfee got
I
ads.
want some motherfucking ads.
Yeah. Crime Stories got ads.
Crime Junkies.
Crime Junkies got it. You look at the
Everything
top
got
podcasts in the world. And then you look at the top.
Amazon is a big ad.
Right. You look at the top black podcasts in the world.
Shouts out to Amazon.
You only got a couple niggas doing ads.
That's the
I had niggas on our Instagrams joking on us because we do ads. No, because we get money.
We get money.
Because we understand the game.
Excuse me.
6 niggas on the couch and no ad reads. Y'all niggas playing games.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Proper Wild. Proper Wild is a clean, all-day energy shot designed to boost your energy, your focus, your productivity without any jitters or crash. So I know you used to these, these energy drinks where, you drink them and you're like, you shaking, you feel like you done had some dog food. You like, Nah, this is not that. Proper Wild, no preservatives, no artificial sweeteners, no horrible chemicals, just natural tasting energy shot with clean ingredients that works. While it was off the Proper Wild, he was his energy was right. You know what I mean? I give it to him. His energy was right. He was good. He ain't had no jitters, no shakes, no nothing, no type of kicks back when you're dealing with Proper Wild. Proper Wild is available at a store near you. Check out their store locator and make sure you get you some. Proper Wild, the energy drink. Little shot, no jitters. It's proper wild. Get you some. This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by ZipRecruiter. If you're hiring, you're currently dealing with economic uncertainty, and now more than ever, it's important to hire the right people faster and more efficiently to keep your overall costs down. Thankfully, there's a hiring partner who focuses on your needs, and you know who that is? ZipRecruiter. Yes, from pricing to technology, everything that ZipRecruiter does is for you, and it works best for you. And right now, you can try for free at ZipRecruiter.com/game. That's ZipRecruiter.com/game. Here's how ZipRecruiter prioritizes your needs. Straightforward pricing. You know what you pay before you post your job. You can stick to your budget. No surprises. ZipRecruiter sends your job to 100+ job sites. ZipRecruiter smart technology identifies the best matches for your job. ZipRecruiter lets you invite candidates you really want to apply to your job before the business can snag them. So bottom line, ZipRecruiter is the best way to hire. Hire the best with the help of a partner who's all about you. ZipRecruiter. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a qualified candidate within the first day. Just go to exclusive website to try ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter.com/game. And that's ZipRecruiter.com/game. Hire the right people. ZipRecruiter. This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Earnin. Life doesn't happen bi-weekly, so why should paydays? The money you earn can be in your hands today within Earnin. Earnin is the app that gives you access to your pay as you work. So as you work and you might need to pay off some bills, you might need some quick money, Earnin gives you up to $100 a day or up to $750 per pay period. Just download the Earnin app and verify your paycheck, then access up to $100 a day as you work and leave an optional tip. Any money you access plus tips are automatically repaid from your next paycheck. So this is beautiful. You need money right now? Earnin. Download the app right now. Make Earnin a part of your financial routine and join Earnin over 3.5 million customers who say things like, when I think about Earnin, I think about financial stability and security. It gives me a lot of peace of mind. Earnin is an app that helps millions of Americans feel self-sufficient without falling into death traps. Earnin empowers you to live life to the fullest by providing $100 a day within minutes of earning it. No mandatory fees, no credit checks, none of that. Earnin is designed to support you in short-term and long-term. Money at the speed of you. Get $100 a day within minutes of earning it. No mandatory fees or credit checks. Download the app right now. So download Earnin today. It's spelled EARNIN in the Google Play or Apple App Store right now. When you download Earnin app, type in million under podcast when you sign in, and it literally helps you show millions under podcasts. Subject to your available earnings, daily max, and pay period. See earnin.com TSO for details. Earnin is a financial technology company, not a bank. Bank products are issued by Evolve Bank and AMP. Trust members FDIC. When you download Earnin, make sure you punch in million. Yes.
At the end of the day, you got to understand this.
Niggas ain't getting no money.
YouTube, everybody, every rapper, they got ads at the beginning. Do you understand
That's
what
how
that
you
means?
make your money on YouTube. I always say this. This is a game for everybody. I always say there's two A's that run the entire world.
Tell me.
Advertisers and attorneys.
Thank you.
Nigga, you drop.
That's $1 billion worth of
That's
game.
$1 billion worth of game, nigga. I'm stealing it too. I'm telling you.
Advertisers and attorneys.
Two A's that run the world. And it's just because, like you said, it's one big commercial. But at the same
it's
time,
3 A's that run the world, though.
What's the other A?
Asses.
Triple A.
Actually, you got 12 kids.
Triple A. How you gonna leave that out? He got 12. This nigga tripping.
That's the one.
Ads, attorneys, and ass.
But you know what's so great about that? Because we done negotiated some big deals, and I know you did. And ain't nothing like me saying, all right, Nick, we gonna come, we gonna do this, we gonna do this. You say, all right, wow, we gonna bust this down, we gonna boom, boom, boom. Legal come in. And it's simple.
That's what, like, everybody, why every rapper complains about their contracts. It's because they had horrible attorneys that were, your attorney was actually in pocket with the label. Mm-hmm. And they actually trying to get in good with the label because the label got the best attorneys.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And so if you want to be able to continue to work, not just with this artist, but all of your artists and elevate because they want that job, they're going to be, of course,
give your publishing up. Don't worry about it. It's not that deep.
And they're going to come to you and tell you, oh no, this is the best deal I could get for you, when really they having drinks with the motherfuckers they was negotiating with.
And what you don't understand is you the nigga on the outside. You the new artist. You come through. You like, I'm getting such and such attorney. That he been kicking it with them niggas for 35 years.
35 years.
That nigga was representing special ed back in the day.
And that's the same thing when it comes to these child support lawyers, these divorce attorneys. They all
know each other.
No matter how much they want to act, and that's what I tread lightly when I talk about attorneys because they run this shit.
Right.
But I mean, they literally are the minds behind all business,
Right.
not
Business.
just entertainment, like real estate attorneys,
Yep.
everything,
Corporate
all the
attorneys, criminal
technology,
attorneys.
If you haven't seen Devil's Advocate, go watch that shit.
Attorneys.
With motherfucking Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino. They dropping game through that. Where
Yes.
I ain't gonna give it away, but ultimately they show that Al Pacino is the biggest attorney in the fucking world, and it turns out the nigga's the devil.
The devil. Right.
Like, that's how much they run it, where they talking about, he literally is on top of a building and says, you know, I run all of this. What do you want? He's talking to Keanu Reeves the same way that the devil went to talk to Jesus.
Yeah. What do you want?
This is my dominion. I can give you all of this. All you got to do is worship me.
Right.
And literally, y'all can put it together however y'all want it to put together. But it's a power that all of these attorneys have that really just run and control everything.
Right.
Get you a great attorney on your side
Right.
that really love you and fuck with you,
Right.
and y'all go into battle together.
And that's real
There's a lot of
because
things based off relationships too. A lot of
relationships worth
motherfuckers
more
is
than
in
money.
jail based off relationships.
Yeah.
Based off a judge and a lawyer on the phone behind closed doors.
Oh,
Give
we
me
done
this
seen
one.
it at the highest level.
Give me this
Highest
one.
level.
I'm gonna give you the next one.
You hire the right attorney. You be like, why are you gonna hire this old decrepit motherfucker? Because he know the judge. They
Right.
done went to the.
they went to college.
They
went
play
to
golf together.
Yeah. And it's an easy conversation. You ain't got to snitch because my lawyer know the judge.
Right.
Jay been talking that shit in his bar forever. Like,
Yeah.
when you keep a team of lawyers, now don't just get you one, get you a team.
A
of them
team.
motherfuckers.
One of the hardest lines is I got lawyers watching lawyers so I don't go broke.
Facts.
You got to.
Attorneys, advertising, and ass.
And ass. The AAA. We gotta start a company called AAA.
No, there's already a
Productions.
company called AAA. Nigga.
No, we gonna start our own joints. It's
Fuck is
different.
you-
We can trademark. It's different
You ready to
levels.
get us sued already.
It's all lowercase a.
No. Cuz it's different categories in trademark. I'm pretty sure they ain't got that in entertainment. That's probably for sure.
mobile or
mobile.
automotive.
But we gonna trade. We gonna figure that out. AAA Productions.
Attorneys, ads, and asses.
Yeah. That'd be crazy, man.
Starring
But I was
Nick,
just saying,
Nick
man.
Cannon and Wallow.
Yeah. Hey, let's do it. Let's do it. Where can I invest?
We gonna own everything. We can line the sales team up immediately.
Exactly. Sales team, and then we get
The attorneys,
a team of attorneys.
legal.
and team ass.
Just asses just sitting in the room.
You inspiring us.
Hold on, man. You ain't got enough asses.
Damn.
I'll let y'all run that department.
Okay, pick.
Yeah, we let Wallow run that department. His piece was on the shelf for 20 years.
Yeah, I can handle that
Yeah,
department.
get it as much as you need.
That nigga D ran through so many bottles of Jergens.
Is it different now? I mean, stepping out and like now, I mean, obviously, like being locked down for so long, and then now coming out and being on top right now, like the accessibility, like it got to be like, is it tempting? Because I always say access to excess is a man's downfall.
I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Like once you get in position, you got to think about every move you make, because all it could be one chick to say a
coming
bad
for
move, and now about some fucking paper, because everybody out here everybody trying to get some money.
Yeah.
He's
know what
not
I'm saying?
making up excuses why he don't get no pussy. No,
Man,
because he
get the
be
fuck
one
outta here.
chick
Get the
nigga.
fuck outta here.
What? They
So
ain't
you
thinking like that.
being-
Get
you
your
being
dick
smart.
off the shelf,
Listen, man. Listen, I'm being smart. I don't know
Now,
what the
is
fuck
it
he
one of
talking
those things where you like?
Being
because
smart
we-
is not getting your dick off the shelf.
we know
nigga.
you disciplined.
Yes.
Is it like you taking that? I'm being dead ass right now.
Don't pay him no attention.
Are you being like? Is it like a thing? Like, look, I'm staying focused. I'm at the zenith of my movement right now, and I know.
Nick, what are you talking about? When you do 20 years in jail, you got 3 goals: get some money, have some kids, and get your dick off the shelf. That's like what you talking about. And discipline. He did 28 or such.
But he don't want to fall off his square. Like he know, women could be the downfall.
No, I'm
and
just
fuck
saying,
all of
like,
this up.
We see you running around here getting the bag, and you ain't letting
and handle
pussy
your
fill you
business.
off your square.
Enlarge my
Soon as he
square.
get a break, then wilding out, he in the back.
Listen, I be wilding out too, so trust me.
Well, y'all, when y'all come, you'll see how to operate. We keep business with business and pleasure with pleasure.
No, we talking about when wilding out is over. When you're not on the set of wilding out, you're wilding out, nigga.
Yeah.
First of all, he started wilding out from his crib.
From the crib, wilding out.
It came up with the name. I'm in here wilding out.
They said I should have created pulling out. That's the one where that nigga went wrong.
His pull-out game, shit.
Trash.
That nigga, man, he got technical fouls and everything.
He be in there,
Can't pull out a driveway.
you know what motherfucker can't pull out? That's when they make that face.
Start saying all type of shit. I love you. You my brother.
love you.
I love you. I love you. I
me
kill
too
somebody
well.
about you.
Y'all know
I
me
kill
too
you.
well.
I love you
No,
from the
that's
rip.
him. That's
I
him.
love you. You my girl now. I love you.
Yes. pull in tighter.
Hold on, let him expose himself.
Why you do this to me? I'm going to jail about this pussy.
Go ahead, what's your main joint? Eat my ass from the back.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Yo, I love you. You left the station on that one.
That's his shit
Crazy. That nigga crazy. He lying on me.
Yeah, but he
That nigga
lying
lying
to
on
his
me, man.
buns. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that nigga lying on me.
Do
We
everything.
doing
Get
all
everything.
My ass is off limits.
I don't know what the fuck he talking about.
You can't whisper around that motherfucker. You don't want you to touch.
Don't say.
Don't grab.
Now, come on, I'm a Gucci warrior.
No,
though.
nigga.
That nigga said he
You
out
ain't
of
no
pocket.
Gucci warrior. Oh, no,
That's
you
a
don't
Stay away from that area.
You don't know.
Nigga Flame big ass
I'm a Gucci warrior.
Nah, fuck that.
Flame up there like, yeah, that's my shit.
Nah, nigga, yo. Don't play around.
Yeah, this
Balls forward. That's all we balls forward, all. Anything in front of the balls
No, I'm
is
saying
fair
right
game.
up under the
No,
up under
See,
the up under
see.
Yeah.
Damn, Flame out of pocket.
Fuck, matter of fact,
Fuck
leave my
that flame.
balls alone. Just stick with the shaft.
Oh,
There's enough there.
no, you can't.
Flame
you
out of
better not
pocket.
leave them nuts in the cold.
Nah.
Fuck, you getting cheated. She get your dick sucking, leave the nuts in the cold.
This nigga crazy.
If you start putting your mouth on my nuts, first of all, they're sensitive. You don't know what you're doing down there around them nuts.
That's right. That's why she's supposed to be
No.
gentle with them puppies.
Yeah, nah. And all they do want to grab is
Oh,
no,
no,
Damn, what's happening? You be
Yeah.
with some renegades.
leave my nuts alone.
The nutcrackers.
Stay up here on the
He be
shaft.
fucking with you. Be fucking with nutcrackers.
Yeah, I can't leave my shit. Matter of fact, I was one of them young niggas who just was fucking through the pee hole in the drawers just so the nuts
Damn.
wasn't even
Damn,
exposed.
you hit through the slit in the boxes.
When I was a young man.
He was saying when I was a
But
young
you
man.
noticed one thing: if you hit through the slit in the boxes, you didn't put a condom on.
Yeah.
Facts.
Very facts.
He loves
I'm learning. I'm in the game.
Now,
Yeah.
now, when you was coming up, right? Who's somebody that gave you somebody that we all know that gave you some monstrous game, and what did they tell you?
Man, I mean, I got a chance to sit with some real OGs.
That nigga was with Jamie Foxx and them niggas at 15, man.
Yeah, but
16.
even though, like, I would respect all of them, from Jamie to Will.
But who
to
did you sit
Puff.
with that lady they gave it to you?
The ones that really gave me the true game is Dick Gregory,
Damn.
He's a legend.
Harry Belafonte.
Damn,
Rest
how
in
the
both
fuck
of
you
both.
get-
Like both of them. Like I did a movie with Harry Belafonte. He got a chance to. Me and him, we did just kicked it in the trailer. But then we started doing activism work. He took me on a journey and show. He was going inside talking to brothers
Yeah.
and you know creating a lot of peace. You know, treaties and stuff amongst gang culture for years. He was one of the people that we are the world. You know what I mean? Like and then Quincy Jones. Those are my three. Those are the people
They gave
who
the game
I
up.
got to sit at the feet of some real culture movers. And I'll say Dick Gregory. If you know the story of Dick Gregory, he was the one that helped put the civil rights movement
Yes, he's a
together.
legend.
Like and was really could pick up the phone and call John F. Kennedy, could pick up the phone and call Martin
Whoever.
Luther King, like and literally like he'd tell you he wrote Imagine for John Lennon, like he like was connected like that. And Harry Belafonte the same way. I mean, he was the first person to ever go platinum. People don't even know that the Deo the record that was the million sold back in the
you're back in the day, yeah.
first black man to ever have his own TV show. And like all of that stuff, Harry Belafonte.
He
the
gave you
stuff
some game.
Yeah, the stuff we talking about, like, oh, we changing it. No, he changed the
game.
world for real.
Yeah.
And we, like, I literally was in tears when I found out we lost him just recently because I'm not only because I wanted to do so much more with him. Like he told me a story one time about when him and Sidney Poitier had to drive $50,000 in cash down to Martin Luther King through the South, and how they knew he was coming, and they was like literally trying to kill him because they didn't want him to get the money to Martin Luther King. I was like, that's a movie. Like
Yeah, that's 50,000. That was some
back in the
paper
day, the
back
Klan.
then.
You got to duck the Klan and all that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
These are
They
the
was
biggest
the
dudes.
Klan was chasing them because they didn't want Martin to get the money. And it literally was like 50,000 back then. The two most popular and richest black men in entertainment, Harry Belafonte and Sidney Poitier, in a car together. Just them two, riding with 50 in the back.
That's crazy.
I was like, I want to produce that movie.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and so it's stuff like that. And then, like I said, obviously Quincy Jones, who, man, we
Legend.
still need to get Quincy. He got so much game left in him.
Yeah,
I
Quincy
mean,
a
he done
legend.
put from Color Purple to Sanford and Son to Fresh Prince to Vibe Magazine to the biggest album ever created. He produced Michael
Michael
Jackson's
Jackson.
Thriller.
Major.
Like, and this man, like, he done brought me into his office, into his space for years, and was just saying, this is how you do it. This is how you move. This, and then from there, he introduced me to Clarence Avant. You know what I mean? Like, and it just showed me how this game worked with the real ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, let them talk. They gonna talk their shit. They gonna try to put this on. They gonna try to soil your name. They gonna try to drag,
all this shit.
They gonna try to drag your name through the mud, but let them know you come from the mud. So we ain't scared of it. You know what I mean? Drag me back home. Let me know what it is. So it's like, and like, if you talk to Quincy Jones, he'll tell you the type of gangster he was when he grew up in Chicago.
Yeah.
Like, if you talk to Dick Gregory, he'll tell you about where he from in St. Louis. Like, all of that stuff. Like, and you learn, like, oh, these was cats that came up just like me, figured it out in the 60s, and then continued all the way to
niggas was getting
today.
hosed down the street and shit.
Right? So I love everybody from the Puffs and the Russells and the Wills and the James. Shouts out to y'all, but the ones who came before them, I feel like it was a blessing and a privilege that I got to sit down with them. Yeah. And every time they would call, I would, yo, I'm listening, I'm here. Like, I took Dick Gregory on tour with me, literally, when doing stand up, and he was just right there with me. We went to the White House together where he telling me everything, and I'm just soaking it up because I know the time was limited. Every time I was in the hospital, he'd pull up on me. Like, even like my lifestyle and everything from the alkaline and the plant-based, like, he taught me all of that stuff. The moment I got sick in 2012, he was right there showing me the power of water and all this stuff. So those individuals are truly angels. So those are the ones that showed me all the game.
So rest in peace to that legend.
Yeah. Dick Gregory, Harry Belafonte. We still got Quincy here with us.
Quincy's a legend.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Now listen. Before we get up out of here, because I know you on the times.
Yeah, I gotta get the set.
Now listen,
I just did 3 hours of radio. Now I gotta go do TV.
Hold up, Flame. Come up here and tell him what you got going on, Flame. Take this. Come
DW Flame.
And tell him.
Flame.
You know,
the CEO.
And tell him how switching your game up take you to another level. Go ahead, grab the microphone.
Cinco Boy CEO right there. Talk to him.
What time it is, man? Give him that game, man.
Tell him it's incredible.
What's happening? You see the chain? Yeah. Nah, just
tell them about that new project, man. When you gonna be motivating people and the same about it's literally called the 5 Steps to Greatness.
Yeah, it's a new project I'm doing with Zaytoven.
Yeah.
Right now while I'm in Atlanta, Nick hooked that up.
Yeah.
That shit like
shouts out to Zaytoven.
One of the best
to Zaytoven.
It's an amazing opportunity. I'm thankful. Like, just to be shit right here with y'all. You feel me? And I mean, I changed my situation real fast, like recently. It took a long time to change, but my eyes always been open. I'm just one of them niggas who had to bump their head a lot of time.
Yeah. Like, I remember he came home one time, and, you know, because we've been trying to just get it right. And he came home one time and told me, like, I almost died in there. Right. Like, because he got so much respect. Like, it was over the phone, right? And it was just, I mean, I don't want to tell too much of your business, but it was some cat, like, they was warring, and everybody he had to be the dude. I was like, man, when you had that potential, I was like, you need to put that on a record. Right. Where just based off of everybody in the cells is looking to him to say, like, look, we can make it go down, and he calmed the whole thing down, but it was a mark on his head for doing that.
Yeah. You know, it's a big deal when you even trying to keep the blacks in alive, basically, up in there. I'm trying to keep niggas alive.
Not only is it gang shit going on, it's still a lot of race stuff going on inside, right?
And and especially in Cali, it's racist. So, and especially they got.
And you get love from everybody.
Yeah,
Mexicans show you love. Like,
if you the biggest nigga in there, up in there. I'm one of the niggas they gonna come get first. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So I always use my brain to get back. I'm on TV while I'm in that motherfucker. Yeah. Right. Like, so everybody looking at me some type of way, any type of way. But I stayed to myself, but I know I had to make it out here, and I made sure a lot of other niggas made it out here still too.
Let me ask you this question. How I feel though, knowing that you bump your head, all right, I ain't get it right, I bump my head again. But when you come home, you still got a brother like Nick that's really winning. That's like, nah, nigga, I ain't gave up on you yet. Because most motherfuckers with the money, I'm keeping it real, we give up on niggas. Right. I'm tired of this nigga, man. This the third time I try to help a nigga, man.
I try to keep it quiet from the nigga because I wanted to go just handle my time, get off my paper real fast. We just came off tour. I'm like, let me handle that. But it's dope because, nigga, in the hood, we ain't never met nobody.
Like Nick Cannon.
Like even, Snoop from Long Beach, that's like you might run into Snoop when he come back and do something. But nigga, we ain't seen nobody in the way Nick just coming in. You know, he acting regular. Like nigga, like
I just walked in the hotel like he is a regular.
I'm like nigga, like nigga, you know I'm one of the worst niggas out there. You know I'm a good nigga at heart, but like nigga, I'm one of them. You feel me? So nigga, it feel great. I know I'm giving a lot of niggas hope for them to see me.
And that's why I was just trying to empower them with that CEO movement, man. Like, cause like, yeah, you dope, you rap, you certified, but when now you put your business mind on and they see you turn into someone not only putting others on, but giving us each one teach one.
Right, absolutely.
You know what I mean? We light each other's candle and the whole world lit.
You gonna tell them what CEO stand for?
I mean, I'll let you tell them.
What that mean?
Cripping every opportunity.
Oh man, goddamn. Nigga, listen.
That's just one of them.
You see these niggas? Niggas say I changed my life. I knew it was coming. I knew changing my life was coming. He the CEO. Tripping every opportunity.
Hey, no. I want the thing is.
What you changed?
Hold on. I didn't look. I'm the same nigga.
I'm the one that came up with this shit.
Hey, I'm the same nigga though. Good nigga. I always been a good nigga. Like, you feel me? But most definitely, that's where I'm from. That's where I'm from.
You can't knock them in where they come from.
Yeah, Nick a motherfucker. Nick said that whole came up with the shit. We get on camera, yeah, that's the meaning for him. I got ass, I got
nigga, I'm a creator.
He the nigga that came up with it. He told me, I was like, oh.
He's like, I like that.
Listen, but when we walk up in corporate, it's called creating every opportunity.
That's it.
You gotta go crazy.
That's it.
So you get the respect of the homies, but then you elevate them.
That's it.
And you creating every opportunity for you.
Right. And my goal was to get out the hood. I ain't never want to just stay in the hood. I love it there. I love the pollution in our air. You feel me? It's nothing like Long Beach for me. You feel me? But I never wanted to stay there. I never wanted to be I never wanted to kill niggas. That's not what I wanted to do.
I think this generation might be a little different, but everybody was always trying to build and protect theirs.
Right.
And if I got to protect mine against yours, then whatever happens. But like this new body generation where like you cooler based off of how many bodies you got.
That's ridiculous.
That gotta be the dumbest. It's the dumbest. Don't get me wrong. I'm working my way out of rapping about that shit so much. But what I rap about is my life that I'm coming from. But yeah, niggas listening to people who really bullshit. Yeah. A lot of these niggas who doing that ain't that. I know it for facts. I'm next to them. Like I know it, and they're not like that. And it's fucked up that's the culture right now. Everybody's so into it, but it's people like us who do need to preach it more.
And that's what I always told him. Like he remind me of Nip. I mean, like that was when every time I was around Nip, he was in it.
Yeah.
He wasn't one to be played with, but he was always inspiring. He was always leading and showing niggas a different way. And he got that same energy. So I'm like, I had to focus because I felt like I missed so many opportunities with Nip. Like we would chop it up about business and doing various things. And yes, the Dr. Sabi documentary is still going. I see it in the comments. Yeah. It's in post. Yeah. We getting it together. Yeah. But that was something that, Nip had on his heart and that I just spoke up and it took on. But I was like, now I can see another individual with that same fire, with that same leadership quality. And so I just got to feed into him because I wish I would have been able to feed into Nip even more.
And that's and to the artists and to the kids and to the people coming up there, if you know you got something and you feel it in your soul and you ain't got and you think you ain't got a way, this is some shit you just gotta know. Like I know can't nobody. When I seen Wildin' Out on TV and I was in jail, I knew I was gonna be on Wildin' Out.
Yeah,
I knew
manifested it.
I'm a stepper. I don't even have the plans planned out perfectly, but I'm stepping that way. Yeah, you feel me? Shit. And nigga, I ended up here, nigga. I'm still here. It's like 4th season. I'm backstage with Nick.
Yeah. And they got their own game. You know what I mean? Like, and a thing I just believe in cats, man. And when, like I said, when we first started chopping it up, when you recognize a real one, you want to support it.
Absolutely.
And I say we get to that point where y'all putting brothers on, y'all putting the community on, and it's like that's true generational wealth. Like I've done everything I could ever imagine in life that I've ever wanted to do. From dream women to dream houses to all. I've done it all. And Martin Luther King said it the best. He's like, when you get to the pearly gates, they ain't gonna ask what kind of car you drive. They ain't gonna ask how many, it could be what kind of degrees you got, what school you went to. They ain't gonna say more
They
house
wanna
or
know
no
if you was a
house.
good person.
Right.
They gonna say, what did you do for others?
Right.
And that's really how we putting on, man. Just the fact that y'all call $1 million worth of game, y'all putting wisdom on a level that people can receive it and digest it every single day.
Just for everybody
Y'all
out there.
kind of came and took it differently. Like y'all came and just waved it. Like, y'all came with a little wave
because everybody that came before us, and no disrespect to none of them, but they content is they content, but they concentrated on the old niggas.
Right.
We concentrate on the owners of tomorrow,
Right,
the
right.
youth.
Right.
You feel what I'm
You
saying?
guys took the positive approach. Y'all went high frequency when everybody else was
Right.
low vibrational.
Right.
Like we talking about rumors and niggas literally dry snitching and all of that type of stuff. Where y'all like, no, give us information to help build us.
Right.
Because this shit is about game, guidance, attention, motivation, and education.
Hey, and even me being from the hood, all I used to say we want from the OGs is a little game.
Game.
We don't gotta get. Even if you don't give us the guns, the money, you the OG. If you made sure you told me, hey, cuz, keep going to school.
Hey, nigga, don't do that.
Keep doing your-
I'm telling you, go down there, niggas going to bad.
I fuck with him for real.
Right.
That's my OG for real.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And niggas ain't, a lot of OGs, my hood ain't got no structure. Because it ain't a lot of OGs doing shit for us. They not doing
Because
nothing.
a lot of OGs want to take advantage of the young niggas.
Niggas
They want
wanna
to be the
even-
first nigga put that package in your hand.
Yeah.
They want to do everything that's going to be beneficial to them and not beneficial to you.
Shout out to the real ones who are putting on for their community though, even the ones from inside and
Right.
really controlling the hoods and making sure that it's a structure in this because it is true leadership. Because as we see the ones that ain't got no leadership,
Right.
but we also paying attention to the ones that got the leadership and really and it's done in a way, takes it all the way back to the Nation of Islam, takes it all the way back to the Black Panthers, where we really had it. You know what I mean? Like that's where COINTELPRO and all of that kind of came in and threw a monkey wrench because we was too structured. We had it together from the breakfast programs all the way to our own educational system.
Right.
But now we've starting to glorify the bullshit, and we made a lot now. And corporate America has made a lot of money off of the glorification of bullshit.
Absolutely.
So now we just got to bring it back to that structure because this is one of the next leader right here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the more we can empower brothers like him who the hood pay attention to, and we give him the intellect, we give him the game. Now he's spreading it to all the young boys that's listening to his music. And what y'all doing each and every day.
Absolutely.
Most def. I appreciate everything y'all doing. The shit y'all giving is what we need. Literally, I'm one of the niggas who's still sitting back watching. You feel me? Even with him, I sit back and watch. Like nigga, I'm on different TV shows and shit.
CEO over
This
here,
shit- this
CEO
shit-
of the Cinco
it's
Boys.
amazing.
Five steps of
What the
greatness.
CEO mean again?
Creating every opportunity.
There it is.
I did that one for a while, man. That's the truth. Hey, the first one just
that
between
nigga came
us.
$1 million worth of game and changed in 2 minutes.
You know the truth.
See how you can change in 2 minutes?
Right
It
there.
just was cripping their opportunity.
Hey, no, it's in me, not on me. So I ain't got to say it all day. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
My
most
man,
definitely.
keep going up, man. Hey, Nick, appreciate you, man.
Appreciate
Keep
you.
being
I love
great.
you, King.
Love you too, brother.
Come on,
keep being
beloved.
great. And it's just like that. Right.